Hello, dear sisters. This is going to be a fun video. I'm going to talk a little bit about the tangible results of a higher frequency. I received an email from someone who's been on my site for a while now, and she just reminded me about this email that she sent me, and I'm glad she did because it's so good, and I want to share these tangible things that she's experiencing. I talk a little bit in my book, What All Spirit Babies Want Their Mamas to Know, about what a limitless or higher frequency looks like. I talk about how you'll be more fearless, and I talked about my own experiences, some specifics when I was going through my limitless initiation. But she really gets specific, and it's really fun. So I'm going to read you her list of how she's experiencing herself differently, and then I'm just going to talk a little bit about a couple of them. So I'm going to be reading over here. If I'm looking away, it's because I'm reading. But this is how she is feeling in her higher frequency. I am no longer afraid to speak my mind and avoid toxic people. She feels that people who have the wrong understanding of what a healthy relationship is like is the plague. So she avoids toxic people at all costs, and she's no longer afraid to speak her mind. She's pursuing some long forgotten and unfulfilled hobbies like painting stones, playing violin, making chocolates, pottery, herbs, making her own soaps. So she's getting really creative and bringing back some passions that were just, bubbling under the surface. I'm becoming more and more interested in culture and whatever is going on in the world. I'm dying to get to know new places, museums, festivals, dishes, and people. Uh, I'm feeling a huge rush of energy to push my career and start my own business by no longer hesitating to take the necessary steps to make it happen. I'm grateful for all I have. I take part in many competitions, and luck is on my side so many times. I have started to get rid of useless stuff in my life and stay away from people or situations that do me no good. I am much more courageous. Courageous. I can't say that word right now. I'm much more courageous and no longer afraid of failure. I'm ready to tackle new challenges. I'm honoring my body and my womanhood by going to belly dancing classes. I am losing superfluous weight and staying fit and toned. I have a huge bucket list of things I look forward to. I stay out of debt and keep my house clean. I look much more after my appearance, my clothes, my hair, my skin. I keep my house tidier and better organized. I am more helpful to others and try to give the best of myself. I have tons of exciting projects in mind. I like this one. And I spend a lot of time with cats. For whatever reason, every cat I meet comes to me straight away, and I enjoy their energy so much. As a consequence of this, my husband likes and loves me even more than before. What a fantastic list. Thank you, sister, for reminding me of this. This is the tangible results of a higher frequency. And I'm so glad she listed all these specifics because I see myself in all of them too. Mine, I think, was a more gradual happening through the years, where hers seems to have happened all at once. So the forerunners have a little slower part of it, and maybe for the people coming after it, it happens all at once. I want to talk about some more of these in detail and why she's experiencing this. But then I also want to tell you the way her turning point, her aha moment, actually came from ending a toxic friendship. She decided she was going to put herself first and stay away from this unhealthy person. This was self-love in action. Like, oh, I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to put up with this shit. I'm breaking up with you, friend. And that's her putting herself first. A great act of self-love. That was a turning point for her. And it's funny because this toxic relationship, and I do talk about this in my book a little bit, that sometimes the people that treat us the worst are our greatest angels. Sometimes when we get pushed and pushed and pushed, it's so that we say, stop, stop. So even though this toxic friendship felt icky and unhealthy, it made her take that step that really expanded expanded her consciousness and step into the high frequency. On the other side, these two had an agreement. They're great friends, and they enacted their roles perfectly. So thank your friend. You don't have to see her again in this life, but thank your friend for being your little angel in this one. I do want to talk about some of these in depth. So she's no longer afraid to speak her mind. That, I talk about this in some of my videos. I don't talk about it a lot, but that is the divine masculine coming forth. And most of you women on my site, drawn to my information, you have a lot of divine feminine in you. And this whole higher consciousness that we're evolving into is a blending of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And so there's a couple of these that really speak to her divine masculine coming to the forefront. I remember when my divine masculine started coming up, because I was not afraid to say to someone who was trying to sell me something, don't you think that's a little high? I would shock myself because I would never do that before. I started doing that back in 2012, and I do remember thinking, it was a little uncomfortable because I was asserting myself in a way I didn't in the past, but I had no choice. You know, if I felt someone was trying to take advantage of me, I called them on it. And that's the divine masculine coming forth to protect the divine feminine. It's this beautiful blending and melding of the divine, the perfectly harmonized divine masculine and divine feminine. And the divine masculine is also acting when she's saying, I feel a huge rush of energy to push forward in my career and start my own business. The divine masculine is the one that steps forth and gets things done. He's the divine motivation. The feminine is the inspiration. The masculine is the motivation and the action behind that. You need them both, and they go beautifully together in the higher frequencies. She's so much more courageous. That's the divine masculine as well. And also the divine feminine feeling protected by the divine masculine. We're protecting ourselves now. There's so much. And I see myself in all of this, like her keeping her house tidier. I started doing that too. But mine was gradual throughout the years, from like 2012. Like after my divine initiation, all these little things started getting together. But there was a time in 2000, I don't even remember. I don't remember, 2013 or 2014, where I just purged the house, got organized in a way I never have before, organized all my jewelry, organized all my drawers. Everything was totally organized, and it had to be that way. I was a little obsessive compulsive, actually. But yeah, when more of your stuff is coming on board, when more of your soul's coming on board, you look around and you want to upgrade. You're like, I don't have to put up with this mess anymore. This isn't how it should be. I'm going to turn it around and make it how it really should be. And that's organizing, that's upgrading, her getting rid of things, that's purging things that we don't need anymore out of our lives. And it's all very symbolic of what's going on up here and in our bodies. When you're purging your house, you're also purging things from your energy field, from your body, from your mind. It's a really exciting thing when you feel like purging. I clean my house and get rid of things a couple of times a year now. Just I don't want anything extra that I don't need. It makes me feel chaotic. So you just get rid of it. You simplify, and that's a higher vibration. Oh, and her losing the weight, that's her dropping the density. It's dropping the density and wanting to take care of herself a little more. Not in a way that because she should, but because of a way that she's caring for her body and loving it and honoring it. It's all beautiful. Same thing with staying out of debt, just really taking care of yourself, honoring yourself, that sort of thing. The exciting project she has in mind. That's the new creativity that can come online, and along with that, the inner child. I love this one too. So, unfulfilled hobbies. That's another one. That's your inner child taking over and say, I always wanted to do this and do this and do this, and you're in a space where you feel free enough, brave enough, protected enough, safe enough to just do it, to just do it, because it's a celebration of life. It's a joy. And you get to finally bring those dreams that have been bubbling under the surface out and in you. I mean, for me, I've done this throughout the years since 2012. Um, and always wanting to be a dancer or a gymnast. I did aerial silks for a year and a half before I really hurt myself. But I feel my body coming online more, ready for a new expression. And I still so want to dance and do aerial and gymnastics. And it doesn't matter if I'm in my 40s, because age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When you step into your limitlessness and a higher frequency, that shit doesn't matter. Absolutely not. You can always live your dreams no matter what. Yeah, I mean, it's just so, I mean, the fact that she's taking part in competitions. Oh, and the luck is on her side so many times. That's not luck. That's being aligned with the higher timelines. So she's challenging herself. She's putting herself out there. And it's not luck, sister. You're aligned with the higher timelines and they serve you. They serve you. It's just such an exciting list. It really is. That she's honoring her body and her womanhood. Yeah. Oh, and the cats. The cats coming to her. That's them recognizing the higher frequency. Animals will absolutely pick up on that. Absolutely. Animals and children will pick up on the higher frequencies because they are of the higher frequencies. And if they see, oh, look, there's one. I want to get to know her. I mean, it's so exciting. The animals and the children will start treating you differently first off. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm just so excited she sent this to me because what an exciting list. And it's something tangible, something you can, maybe look in your own life and say, oh, I feel like that too and like that too. And maybe it'll happen like this for this the second wave, just sort of all at once. But this is even greater to remind the forerunners that look at all these things we've done through all the years, but we didn't really notice because it's been gradual. To read her own list and say, oh yeah, I do that and that and that and that, it really helps me realize how much I have changed throughout the years. And she ends it with saying, as a consequence of this, my husband likes and loves me even more than before. And that's because she is liking and loving herself even more before. So when you like and love yourself, other people will like and love you even more as well. That's just how it works. Fabulous list. Absolutely fabulous list. Thank you, sister. She also wanted me to share with you guys, and I don't have the information right here, and it's specific, but she does go to bed every night, and she visualizes meeting her baby, her spirit baby, in a safe place where she gets to the spirit baby. They're together. No one can hurt them. No one, they're safe. They're protected. They're totally together forever. She does this every night, a visualization with her spirit baby. And what a great thing for anyone to do who's waiting to welcome their spirit baby in. Do it, and it doesn't have to be a spirit baby that you're visualizing. Whatever it is, visualize whatever you want in your life before bed. I do it myself, first thing in the morning and first thing at night. I call it my magnificent list, and I look at all the places I want to pour magnificence in. And let me tell you, it works. It works. So do that for yourself. Either use a visualization or a magnificent list or anything that feels pertinent to you. Just putting yourself first, though. So she had her aha moment, putting herself first, ending a toxic relationship. And we all have those opportunities. We absolutely do, to put ourselves first. So those are tangible results of a higher frequency. And it's out there for all of us. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And it'll just keep getting better and better. There will still be challenges, but it's like little flies buzzing in your ear. It's like little flies, just, I hear you. Yeah. I know you're there, but make your energy bigger. Make your energy bigger than the little annoyances. You still have to hear it and feel it, but you don't have to own it and attach to it. And that's freedom right there. All right, I hope you loved this video as much as I did. It's just so fun to see these tangible results. Start looking for yourself. Oh, and one more thing. My next video is going to be another answering reader questions. So if you have read my book, What All Spirit Babies Want Their Mamas to Know, and you have a question for me, email me at katestreet at comcast.net. I already have a couple questions to answer in the queue, but if you have any that for me to add, I would be happy to do that. All right. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.